Welcome to this video, exploring the thousand-year history of Greenland's sovereignty dispute, from Viking exploration and the Treaty of Kiel to major power competition. Geographically, Greenland sits on the North American tectonic plate, yet politically, it is part of Europe, flying the Danish flag. This unique position is the result of a thousand-year legal and diplomatic struggle. It all began with Norway during the Viking Age. In 982, Eric the Red discovered and named Greenland. By 1261, Greenland officially became a colony of the Kingdom of Norway. The Kalmar Union in 1380 saw Norway and Denmark merge. The lost century followed, caused by the Little Ice Age and plague. Despite this, the Dano-Norwegian royalty never relinquished their sovereignty claims. By 1721, a return to substantive rule was established. The 1814 Treaty of Kiel was a pivotal moment. Following the defeat in the Napoleonic Wars, Denmark was forced to cede Norway to Sweden. However, careful diplomacy defined the cession as Norway proper, explicitly excluding Greenland, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands. This preserved Greenland's legal link to Denmark. Sovereignty was cemented by the 1933 Hague Arbitration. After Norway occupied East Greenland in 1931, claiming it was no man's land, the Permanent Court of International Justice ruled in Denmark's favor. The court confirmed Denmark's full sovereignty based on the Treaty of Kiel and long-term exercise of state will. The United States views Greenland as a critical strategic pivot in the Arctic. It serves as a key buffer for the North American Aerospace Defense Command's identification zone and plays a role in great power competition to counter Russian and Chinese influence. It also holds vast mineral, oil, and gas reserves. Early U.S. attempts to acquire Greenland included Seward's 1867 Grand Scheme after buying Alaska. Later, a 1910 complex land swap proposal where the U.S. would get Greenland in exchange for land in the Danish West Indies was rejected by Denmark. The closest a deal came was in 1946, when the Truman government offered $100 million in gold to purchase Greenland for defense against Soviet nuclear strikes. Denmark was shocked and firmly refused. The compromise was the 1951 Defense Treaty, allowing the establishment of Thule Air Base, the northernmost U.S. military facility. In 2019, a quote, real estate transaction sparked controversy when President Trump confirmed his interest in buying Greenland. The Danish Prime Minister called the idea absurd, leading to the U.S. canceling a state visit. Despite the refusal, the U.S. opened a consulate and provided economic aid, but Greenland's response remained: "We are open for business, but we are not for sale." Greenland has moved from a colony to a highly autonomous state. Decolonization in 1953 granted Danish citizenship. This was followed by internal home rule in 1979 and expanded self-government in 2009, which granted control over natural resources and the right to independence through a referendum. Today, Greenland is a country within the framework of the Kingdom of Denmark. Nuuk, with local autonomy, manages areas like natural resources, judiciary, and education. Copenhagen, holding sovereignty, controls foreign affairs, defense, military, and currency policy. Greenland is now an independent voice on the Arctic stage. It is no longer just a territory or a strategic chess piece. Leveraging its unique legal status and resources, Greenland seeks greater independent rights in the international arena, continuing its path towards self-determination.